I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I didn't really plan to do a Reiko guide on a Monday because I already started videos on some other ideas, but since I got a request, and even if it's one person, I'm gonna do that video for that one person. I don't care. But I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I'm not the best Reiko player in the world, but what I am is a guy that really wants to be good at pretty much every single game that I play or have a bit of interest in. And that's why I'm just gonna focus on how I play Reiko. If you want to see the synergy between Reiko and Tremor, I'm gonna link that video in the description down below, and let me know what you think about it. And I'm not gonna overload you with a bunch of information that you most likely gonna forget afterwards. Half an hour or an hour guide on a character. I'm gonna keep it simple, and I promise you, after this, your mind will expand, not shrink, after a lot of information. Okay, you know what I'm saying. Alright guys, so how I start the game is obviously I'm gonna try and get a feel of my opponent, back a bit up. I'm not really focusing on getting the first hit because I can build a lot of meter using this incredible projectile. Getting a feel of it, doing some random down fours just to keep them in check. Probably this, but mostly this because you have faster recovery. Remember to keep blocking where you're dashing. Once I get into something like this in footsie range, back and forth, I'm starting implementing my down 4. Once it hits, cancel it into shurikens, hit, dash forward, overhead, something like this. Block in the meantime, trying to bait out a wake up attack after down 4. Back up a bit, especially if they block it, you're not gonna create that much pushback, so it's gonna be right in range for the back 3, this one right here. Obviously this one you can cancel into shurikens. So pretty much this is my my game plan. It can be very cheap, but it's not that cheap with Tremor. You can be very cheap with Striker, which is obviously one of his best cameos as well, but I'm not really into that style of gameplay. I like to do cool stuff, cool combos, and be proud of myself, not playing like a complete pussy. Usually I base all my information by watching a lot of tournaments. I have a job that actually can put on our monitor and watch in the meantime, and that way I don't have to spend a lot of time in the lab. So yeah, the execution is the problem with me, implementing that information in a game. So once I get into range, I'm trying to establish or look for this poke right here. Once it hits, I'm at advantage, and obviously after this I'm just gonna go into grab. Okay, now keep in mind this is a pretty safe against a normal decent opponent. You're gonna get them all the time. Once the skill gets higher, get a better player, after this they're gonna neutral dog this grab, so you have to play it smart. After a poke, implement the forward 1, which is a mid, and obviously you can cancel it into some decent damage, what have you. Remember, don't be so predictable. Obviously have a game plan. Usually I have a game plan, the game plan being exactly what I'm telling you right now. Have 2 or 3 ways to go from for example a poke like this: mid, down, an overhead, a grab, a normal grab, wherever finds it's easier for you, and you not really want to think about it. So pretty much this is my style, and obviously if everything works perfectly, you're gonna end up with a lot of wins. All right, because Reiko is pretty awesome, pretty good. So now let's go into the combos, the different routes that you can go. I'm not gonna ask you to hit confirm this, okay? It's a special line is not that easy, but punishes, okay? Let's talk about punishes. Once they do a wake up, like for a Sub-Zero slide, you can punish that. You want to do these 2, okay? This is the fastest startup, okay? Faster than this. Hold on. All right, this is the fastest. You can see 7 down here below me. In 1 2, okay? 1 2, cancel it into this, boom, boom, and go from there, okay? So remember, this is your punishing string, the 1 2. You can go for a 2 1, but this is a lot slower, and some special things, some special moves or special wake ups, you're not gonna be able to punish them in time because it's a high, okay? And usually they can recover enough just to give you a nice little poke, and so usually just go for the 1 2. The reason I mentioned the 2 1 is because you can cancel it into a nice little low, which is also a very good string to mix in. Once do this, boom, just like that, or stop, then go for overhead because the last hit it's a low. You know what I'm saying. Okay, you could go for more damage, but the execution is much higher. And my philosophy with this is the most optimal combos are the ones that you can hit every single time. Okay, let's move on. So the startup, it doesn't really matter or how you continue it. That's why I gave you a lot of different options for you to start up, and pretty much the damage is going to be, I don't know, around the same, but use what's most comfortable and most reliable to you. Add them slowly but surely into your arsenal. You know, obviously the different startup, something like this, you know, the back three cancel it into this. You kind of need to do it on a whiff or on a reaction, which is a lot to ask. So don't really count on this move that much. Just use it as a poke, only if you feel and commit to like a nice little run, you know, into the knee, because it's very unsafe. Okay, so I'm not gonna do combo videos where I'm gonna show you a bunch of random combos that literally not gonna hit them ever or once every 10 games. I'm only showing you combos that are very practical and you can always count on them and will always work. This one right here, I mean, if you can do it, as I mentioned, good on you. Or if you have Serena, you can cancel into it. These are the main strings when it comes to combo starting, ending, or even continuing. But the main bulk of it is this one right here. Okay, this is the main start of the movie, and also obviously this. So let's talk about wake ups now, because your wake up attack is this one right here. All right. This one right here. This is your wake up attack. The thing about this wake up, that you can extend it if you have Tremor. So I talk about more in the Tremor breakdown, but just to give you a nice little combo with it, check this out. So wake up, %, something like that. You can also end it into this. Does a bit less damage, but just in case you don't want to swap corners, you know, because if you hold back, you're not going to swap corners, okay? Just in case. So keep that in mind. Also has a good use. It's only like not even 1% difference in damage, I believe. I didn't even look at it exactly, but it's not that big of a deal. So use it however you want, or if it's more easier for you, then do that. So also, Tremor is pretty unique. Check out that guide on him. You're gonna learn a lot. I'm telling you, it's not that difficult. It's like 8 minutes. It's not that big of a deal. But yeah, this is pretty much a Reiko, guys. I'm also gonna show you a nice little combo regarding using his fatal blow. Okay, remember his fatal blow is a grab, so you can catch people off guard with this if they don't know the matchup. But if you see them doing this to you, your initial reaction is to block, right? But don't do that. Just jump. Okay, just jump, or jump backwards, because he can also grab you in the air, so keep that in mind. Or even you can duck it. Actually, I haven't tried with the duck, so don't call me on that, but definitely don't block when you see this, okay? Now with this in particular, also you can mash the buttons, and that way you're gonna get a bit more damage. Not like a lot, but sometimes it will make the difference. This is from a punish. Obviously you can get a lot more or less, but what I found it more consistent to hit this is obviously after a poke, you know, when you know they have less meter and you have a full one, usually you're gonna have a lot of meter. You're just gonna go for an enhanced grab, just like this, just raw, because you're gonna do a lot. Remember, this is the game plan, okay? Poke, boom, command grab, enhanced command grab into the slide, and continue from there, obviously. But you get the idea. Usually you're gonna hit it from a enhanced command grab or a punish, okay? Rarely you're gonna have the luxury to start it from a mid, okay, especially 16 frame mid starter, but you know, it might happen. Just remember the ending is pretty much the same. Doesn't matter how you start a combo, just practice it a bit. So yeah guys, that is pretty much the Reiko in a nutshell, the most optimal stuff that I found and I use. Hopefully it was not too confusing for you. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. Let me know if you have any other suggestions. I also have a lot of videos, probably, a few videos on Omni-Man. I like General Shao, Shang Tsung have a lot of stuff, and different synergies and all that. Check out also my other videos. I do, not only fighting games, but just letting you know in case you are interested in something else. But yeah, guys, that is it from me. Hope this video will help you. Let me know if it did in the comments down below. After a while, I'm always gonna read all the comments because I like doing videos. I like interacting with you guys. All right. So catch you on the next one, guys. Enjoy your gaming session, guys. See you later.